We meant this one of developing technology, this one of borrowing money from the Hustler Fund and making sure that you reinvest it. And by the way, we are doing well. As of this morning, Kenyans have borrowed 9.4 billion and they have paid back 2.6 billion. So, and it is not much, but when you borrow repeatedly, it's a lot of money. Borrow the 1,000, invest, pay back, borrow another one, invest, pay back. I want to ask our people to ignore the retrogressive call by the Azimio characters not to pay money they have borrowed from the Hustler Fund. Please borrow and pay, and borrow again and again. And the way that system is working, the more you borrow and pay, you build your credit rating. So you start with 500, you pay, they go to 800, you pay, up to 50,000. And if you don't pay, that is it. You'll never borrow again. And I don't think that 2,000 you are being told by Azimio fellows not to pay will change your life. It will change your life by borrowing all the time. And we want our people to borrow up to 50,000. So please, let us utilize the Hustler Fund. It's a creative intervention in our business because the problem has been lack of affordable credit to people who have no collateral, those who have no title deeds, those who have no logbooks. That has been the problem. We now have a money you can borrow up to 50,000 without a logbook, without a title deed, and that is what has been lacking for this country. So as I'm in Nyeri here, my home county, I would like to ask the people of this great county to make full use of the Hustler Fund, borrow money and do business, and keep on borrowing and paying, keep on borrowing and paying, and keep on building your stock, keep on expanding your business, so that in another 2-3 years, you are 10 times where you were before that one. That I receive daily. Because anywhere that people, any program that creates jobs is a priority for President William Ruto and I. In our pillars of catapulting the country to the next level of development, the Kenya Kwanza administration has identified science and technology as the conveyor belt to delivering our promise. Demand-led innovation in manufacturing is at the heart of the Ruto administration. That is why today it is important as we launch a system that responds to the demands of the market. And indeed, the semiconductor sector is one of the most crucial components of the digital industry. Almost every electronic device we have today is built on semiconductors, from smartphones, fridges, cars, laptops, among others, rely on chips. This is because we have seen the potential of this sector in dealing with one of our most urgent challenges of youth unemployment. As a government, we want to harness creativity to generate more and decent jobs for the 5.7 million job-seeking youth so that they can contribute to the delivery of the Kenyan Kwanza plan and build their motherland. On this note, I appreciate the support of STL to the youth in offering 70% of your employment to the people between the ages of 20 to 35 years. His Excellency President William Ruto and I will offer the requisite support to our learning institutions, development partners and friends in creating jobs and other opportunities for the people of Kenya. I also seize this opportunity to thank the United States government for the support and partnership. Ladies and gentlemen, and our plan, silicon wafer processing, nanotechnology, materials, among others. As we also grow in technology, digital threats linger. This calls for strong cybersecurity infrastructure. Ladies and gentlemen, as we struggle with climate change, drought, food and water shortages, and other forms of challenges, I encourage the STL and Dedan Kimathi University of Technology to work closely with key players especially in the agricultural value chain for improved production. As I conclude, I implore STL to accelerate knowledge transfer to other leading institutions in specialized areas of bigger and better reach. I am aware that your strategic plan envisages expansion to 5 centers in Kenya by 2024 and 3 others regionally by the year 2026. Count us in that plan. With those very many remarks, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you the very best in this venture. Merry Christmas, happy holidays, and a prosperous year 2023. Asanteni sana.
After that, we will take them through university where they will undertake STEM programs. We also donated 120 modern desks at Kamboraini Primary School. This continues. We look to partner with other stakeholders and continue donating modern desks that will encourage the young children to go to school and further their education. We also support the communities, whereby we feed the community. We are currently having a clothes drive where we will donate clothes. We also have mentorship sessions where we had the Kamboraini Class 8 students, just before they start for their KCPE, they came to the facility and we had a whole day of showing them what afterlife looks like. This gives them the opportunity and the desire to become engineers in future. We urge you all to join us in our foundation. Thank you.
In closing, Your Excellency, where do we go from here? Number one, we solidify our partners, the United States government, Kenya government, county government. The CS is all technical, hands on deck. We solidify those partnerships because you cannot do this by yourself. Secondly, we scale. We have seen the seeds of high technology built right in front of our eyes. Now it's time for those seeds to germinate. It's time for us to cross-pollinate and create institutions just like the one you saw in all the technical universities in Kenya. This scalability will allow for us to move R&D into fabrication, into manufacturing, and address large vertical industries including agriculture, microelectronics, sensors, IoT, all these devices that run our daily lives. In closing, Your Excellency, our request, our Marshall Plan, just like Europe was rebuilt after the war, we want to take advantage of what Kenya has to offer in your administration. We would like to ask for your support, not necessarily monetarily, but by way of infrastructure, by way of policy, by way of supporting small and medium-sized enterprises, as is in your manifesto. We look forward to partnering with you at every level, governor at every level, all technical people, hands on deck. That is the Semiconductor Technologies Marshall Plan. We expect this to be the Silicon Abadeas. Thank you.
Wow, a big hand of applause to the Managing Director. There was a video to be played. So,
semiconductor manufacturing system designed and built in Kenya, Alborana. Alborana is an advanced thin-film silicon wafer sputtering system. It employs advanced recipe execution algorithms and machine learning technology. It is a highly versatile and extensive platform capable of layering multiple materials in the same pristine processing environment.
Alborana has been built away from the traditional areas of manufacturing.
One of the challenges that we faced while building this machine is that we didn't have all the components and materials that we required. To overcome these challenges, we had to do a lot of modifications. These modifications actually served the intended purposes at the end. Other than that, we gained experience in semiconductor machine building.
I think the best part about working on this project and what I can attribute its success to is the teamwork.
It was amazing, an eye-opening project and a good practice of our skills. Working on a machine that can, on a hybrid machine that can both etch and deposit it has been like something, something out of this world, man.
At the beginning, it was very exciting because you're part of this big project. You've been chosen to be part of the team that will build this big project. And then it's a first thing in Kenya, so you're like really excited. And then like as things start getting hectic, obviously you start getting anxious and then you start getting scared. But now you realize that you have to step up and then you can't make any mistakes. So it really helps you think like fast on your feet. Like you have to be quick on your feet. You can't mess up. And then speed is everything. Efficiency, you have to.
You'll see the demonstration. So the realization of those systems in real life. And process.
State-of-the-art technology, and through it we can even create predictive models to obtain optimum parameters for the best process for the best product. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we await for the arrival,
tell us, what are the capabilities of this day? Welcome, Engineer Jacqueline.
Our own local supply chains. So these guys, while they do nice, beautiful things, they also...
Because, Lord, it is you who granted us the gift of life to be here today. And also, my Father, you have showered us with your goodness to be here today. And even for bringing our distinguished guests to this place safely, Lord, we appreciate you. And even now, as we begin, we pray.
Honorable Rigathi Gachagua, His Excellency the Governor of Nyeri, Mwalimu Mutahi Kahiga, Embassy, His Excellency Mark Dillon, the Cabinet Malo, invited distinct. Welcome to Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. We are honored to have our chief guest here today, His Excellency. And STL has a story to tell. Tony Githenji, the Managing Director, years ago, he was giving us a story of how he came to this facility, but COVID came by and he had to. This particular facility is domiciled in the Dedan Kimathi University of Technology. Is a hub of creativity. And we thank Tony, he's very selfless, for how to nurture the young talent that we have of the engineers, which, as he said, most of them welcome. Our host in this institution, and this
Nyangara, our chairman of council, Dr. Gani, our governor, His Excellency, sincere to warmly welcome you to Dedan Kimathi University. But we are looking forward to many more visits. With the semicolon,